I didn't have any plans to play or review Raid Shadow Legends, but the amount of critical reviews of the game from the other channels kinda got to me, and I decided to take a look at the game and pass my own unapologetic judgment. So that's what we'll be doing in this video, and I'm happy that you've decided to pop in for the ride. Let's begin! Raid Shadow Legends is one of those mobile games that try and position themselves as true trailblazers of RPG genre and quality of game execution on the mobile. The amount of negative reviews and comments on different channels, in my own opinion, comes from very much in-your-face attempts to sell you something as a player and at absolutely obnoxious prices. Like, who in their sane mind would spend up to 80 Australian dollars for a bunch of gems and some other stuff, purpose of which is unclear to me as a casual player? I clearly don't understand a lot in the modern game monetization strategies, as I would have never thought that it would be a good idea to bombard your players with 4, and I'm not kidding, 4 pop-ups one after another, trying to sell me some boost bundles and other in-game packages for the price of a AAA PC game. This certainly earned Raid Shadow Legends a lot of quite deserved criticism, I think, primarily coming from PC RPG players crowd, who are traditionally trained in terms of their expectations and what they'd consider reasonable versus turning into a very obnoxious cash grab. Now, let me be very crystal clear here that I am a PC player first and foremost, regardless of what the impression this channel might produce to you so far. I just quite enjoy an occasional mobile battle on my phone while I'm sitting, excuse me, on the toilet or chilling in a hammock somewhere on the beach in Fiji, but that's just me, okay? With that said, all the cash grabby elements out of the way, I'll say that Raid Shadow Legends generally is a better game than a lot of upset PC RPG players make it out to be. The graphics of the game is claimed to be revolutionary in their own very over-the-top marketing, I'll say that, in all the materials and ads that we can see on YouTube, but I'd say it is very, very good. Let's just get real here, people. We are working with mobile devices here. Yes, they became very powerful these days, but these are phones, for goodness sakes. So give these guys some credit for being able to squeeze out this type of level of graphics and effects out of the mobile resources that are available to them. A lot of reviewers also say that creators of Raid Shadow Legends kinda lie about it having a good story, as any role-playing game should have. Okay? First of all, I'd love to hear what you think about this. Also, what do you consider being a good story? And are you keeping your expectations in check? As in, please be realistic here. Come on, like, we can't expect another Game of Thrones or The Witcher narrative from a mobile game, can we? So I personally didn't, and I would not. So I'm also only up to chapter 5, I believe, in the game so far, which surely goes beyond just scratching the surface of the game, I hope, which allows me to pass this judgment. And I honestly would say that the story is okay. It's not worse than something you'd experience in, let's say, Elder Scrolls Legends or something of the similar magnitude. The gameplay itself might offend some, again, gourmets of PC RPG genre, and I'm not judging you here, I'm just expressing my own opinion. But I believe that if you played any squad-based combat games on mobile that are loosely based around some progression of the story, games like Marvel Strike Force, or I forgot the exact name, but the Ninja Turtles game of a similar level, where you collect heroes, build them up, form a squad, and fight through a sequence of encounters that challenge and entertain you a little on the way to different bosses and rewards, I don't think you should be particularly disappointed with Raid Shadow Legends. I honestly don't. Again, I think what earns Raid Shadow Legends sometimes well-deserved criticism is that the game tries to position itself too seriously. When you tell the world that you've made the best mobile RPG with the best story and the most exciting revolutionary graphics and gameplay loop, etc., etc., you are bound to attract people who will tell you otherwise, right? From my own perspective, however, once again, I'd say that the game is very much okay by my personal standards. I think it's fine to play. But I take it for what it is, and so should you. It's just a heroic, squad progression-based game with the usual set of mobile-specific mechanics, like auto battles, for example, where the game can play itself after you've beaten the enemies for the first time. You can set the game into the mode where the battle repeats itself as many times as you can afford and earns you rewards. And this, again, was one of the hugest points of repeated criticism of the game that I heard on different other channels and seen in different other YouTube videos. But again, it just made me wonder, have these people ever played similar games at all? It's just normal for this type of mobile game genre. It just is normal. For this type of game, it is not my favorite mobile squad progression based game. I would not say it is. I'd much rather play Marvel Strike Force or even, I know, very now outdated Star Wars Galaxies, yeah? But Raid Shadow Legends does the job, as they say. Just be prepared to spend a few seconds dismissing the annoying pop-ups trying to sell you things at pretty extortionist prices, and you'll be just fine. And this is probably to say that this is probably not the last time that I'm going to talk to you about Raid Shadow Legends, especially if you consider subscribing to the channel, therefore telling me that you're enjoying this type of narrative and you want to talk about more about, say, Raid Shadow Legends. And maybe don't be shy, tell me in the comments down below if you enjoy the game, if you agree with the criticisms that the game is receiving. What are your thoughts about this? Yeah, and I'd love to continue this discussion. I'm currently enjoying the game enough to spend some more time with it, exploring some more features, trying to push some particular squad builds maybe, and getting some more exciting champions who usually do spice things up for the gameplay in these type of squad progression based games. This is where I'll wrap up this video. I'm not going to stretch it beyond necessary length, and I would like to once again recommend probably Raid Shadow Legends to you. As you can see, this channel is growing and is tiny in size, so certainly you can rest assured that nobody who has anything to do with promotion of Raid Shadow Legends is paying me anything. I honestly am just sharing my opinion. I think that this game is totally fine for what it is, as long as you're not trying to see it for what it is not. With that being said, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.